2 tips to help you fathers out there improve your intimacy with your spouse. This is what we're going to be delving into in today's video. Tip number 1 is to spend quality time together. What is that about? Why is it so important to spend quality time together? Think about it. You're giving all your energy, you're giving all your effort and your time to your children. Then you've got nothing left to give each other. The priority is you and your spouse must come first. And the reason being is because this. If you're full of goodness, your spouse is full of goodness, guess what happens? It trickles down to the children. If you're worn out, your spouse is worn out, it also trickles down to your children. And they end up getting the worst version of you, and they end up getting with the worst version of your spouse. So that's why it's very, very important to schedule time together. This is why it matters, because then you're able to understand each other's emotional needs, physical needs, and this helps to strengthen the bond and the relationship. And then you can, like I've said before, pass that down to your children. Your children will be a lot more healthy emotionally and also physically by watching you guys lead a good relationship, which makes them feel safe, which makes them feel secure. The next thing is this: how to do it. You must plan, you must schedule things like date nights, whether it's going out to eat or just spending eating time at home, but not with the kids, you and your spouse. So let's move on to other things that you can do. Have daily moments. What do daily moments look like? It could be waking up in the morning, just having a cup of tea together. The smallest of things, the simplest of things that can be done by having a cup of coffee, tea, just winding down together. But make sure it's only you and your spouse. The children are not there, because they'll be distracting your energy. They'll be distracting your closeness. So schedule some time together. Set some boundaries between you and your children. Tell them, let them know, please do not disturb us at this time. We need time together. Come back in X amount of time. We'll be ready for you guys. And also, when you're having a conversation with your spouse, engage. Avoid distractions. Put away that phone. Give them your full attention. That means looking at them, engaging in the conversation. Be actively listening. Give them feedback. This is what you need to do with you, with yourself and your spouse. The next thing, tip 2. To foster emotional closeness through communication. So I've talked about active listening. I've talked about engaging. You also need to be connected in the conversation. And how do you do that? You give each other space. Space to what? Space to speak. Space to communicate. Listen attentively. And give feedback. Encourage each other. Appreciate one another. Give each other compliments, say nice things to each other, because this fosters closeness, and this will also affect your bedtime, boys. You know what I'm saying? With your missus, because if you don't do these things, if you don't nurture her emotionally, and if she doesn't nurture you emotionally as well, it's going to affect your intimacy in the bedroom. This is what I'm saying. This is why connection matters. The other thing that I want to bring to your attention is about feelings. Share your feelings with each other. Share how you're feeling in terms of where the relationship is going, what's happening in the dynamics of the family. Touch base with each other. Are you okay? How are you finding coping with it? I can't even get it out. How are you finding coping with the kids? How can I help you? What can I do to ease your burdens? And this has to be a two-way thing. It has to be reciprocated. Then the next thing is that I've spoken about is to listen effectively. Time and time again, I have to emphasize this, because this is the most important thing. You listen to understand. Because if you do not listen to understand and you're just hearing and you're not trying to sympathize and empathize, it's going to cause a lot of problems in your relationship. Last but not least, express affection, vocalize it, and show it through physical touches. And what do I mean by physical touches? Small compliment, hugs, kisses, light kiss on the cheek, light kiss on the forehead. Say compliments to each other, say nice things to each other, and then move from there. And then you can progress it from there. Progress the affection, the touching from there, and it will lead to the bedroom eventually. As long as these things are as long as the checklist is being ticked off, tick, 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 tick. And that's how you improve your intimacy. Your intimacy actually starts from here, way before the bedroom. because stress is a big defining factor of how intimate you will be inside the bedroom with your spouse. So you have to make sure that your partner is emotionally intact, she's okay. And also your partner has to check in with you. Are you okay as well? So these things play a big significance in the quality of your intimacy.